It's always fun to cast North American Amateur League, but me and Lee can never use our VODs because they're always fucking muted.
I know.
Oh, excuse me, I can't even say that.
You can't.
Go ahead and mute this one, Lee.
Ah, come on,
I can't
Brett.
say that. Go ahead and mute it.
Brett, you're fired again. Oh my god.
Man, but we're back in the game.
Here we go. Same old band, same old stuff. Not too much gonna change.
Same old, same old. A little bit of variation between the teams, but usually it's about the same.
There we go. Here we go. We're gonna finish up the bands. Get the Victor Rek'Sai Soraka coming over from last time, and now the Fiora band. We'll see if that's a target ban at Peoples, I assume, because Fiora is an incredibly potent top laner if played properly. So.
Where are the Elise bands? Where are the Elise picks?
I don't know, dude. Junglers just refuse to play Elise. I think Elise is probably one of the best junglers still, even after her nerf.
You got Lee Sin, Nidalee, Elise. Come on, guys.
Nah, man. Nah, Udyr.
Screw Rek'Sai.
Nah, man, Udyr. What are you talking about?
Screw Rek'Sai. Come on.
Rek'Sai.
Nobody likes
and the
Rek'Sai.
Poppy ban.
I mean, I don't.
There it is.
Oh, Poppy wasn't actually banned or picked in the last.
Yeah, so
Surprisingly.
nice ban for TC Snits there. Poppy is a really potent top laner. Her steadfast presence is absolutely insane. And now the Graves hover.
Solo queue champions. What are you talking about? Have you seen Rush? Solo, come on, man.
Nidalee,
Rush is just going ham on Nidalee.
those guys,
Nidalee
they're not
sets up
solo
for a
queue
poke
champions.
competition.
This coming from the
You get
guy.
Ezreal, you get Corky, you get Nidalee,
This
you
coming
get
from the
tanky
guy.
top laner, tanky support.
This is coming from the guy who doesn't know how to itemize against magic damage, alright? So, anything he says,
That's true.
I just throw to the wind, alright?
Man, I just built a team comp for you guys. Come on, somebody play it. That's money right there. That's the poke comp.
Oh my god.
That's poke comp for days. Who ran that? That was like, what, Cloud9 maybe? No. Maybe, I don't know. Because it's good.
Nah,
Just
dude.
like Thunderlords on Lucian.
Nah.
Alright, anyways, we're in the champ select. Graves, Braum, and Vi coming down. So Vi and Braum coming over for the last game.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Holy cow. Oh, holy shit. I can't. That was hysterical. Oh. Okay, now we can talk about champ select. Okay, so it looks like the Jax being locked in means it's going to be a Graves jungle. Although we have seen Jax jungle. I don't like it as much, but it's possible. I think Graves in the jungle is just super, super potent. Has insane clear in the jungle and just insane burst. So, couple that with a Nautilus CC. And
that end of the line. End of the line is the end of the line in the jungle for any other junglers trying to evade him, is proccing that damage on the wall. Just dirty.
yeah, it's so easy to do too, as long as you're
Insane
positioned
clears.
properly, especially with your quick draw. You can just get in there, proc some easy damage, and done.
Easy damage. Nutrinks, I don't pay you to download my information. They may have lost the game, but maybe not. I don't know. I just know some poke teams have been doing it really well. I recommend it, at least at the moment, but it looks like Snits gonna agree with me maybe a little bit as they bring out the Caitlyn and the Ahri who can put out some damage.
Yep. Easy peasy right now, Caitlyn. A very annoying laner with her traps, her headshots is a lot. But the Ezreal hover is an incredibly safe laner, and if that is a Nautilus support, I would be very scared in the bot.
Oh, I'd be very scared indeed. Nautilus just goes absolutely tanky ham at level 2 when he gets the shield. At any point, really. You just can't out-trade that. Nautilus is a very scary threat. Now, the Braum Caitlyn going to be able to keep him at range a little bit just due to Caitlyn's innate range over all the other AD carries for the most part. So, Ezreal, once Ezreal gets on point with that tier and the gauntlets, which I imagine he's going to build, because, I mean, that's just, I believe it's the strongest Ezreal build at the moment. He's just going to be able to put this Caitlyn down, no problem. And if he has the Thunderlords, that's going to proc it, no problem.
So you can see the team for Tilt Gaming kind of coming to fruition here. I don't necessarily understand what their team comp is going for with, you know, the Ezreal with the Nautilus with the Oriana. It's all
Like some
kind
team
of
fight.
different. Well, you have a Jack split push. And
That's true.
You kind of have the poke of Ezreal, the burst of Graves, team fight of Oriana. I guess kind of team fight, the big team fight of Nautilus as well. So they have a little bit
Mixed
of everything.
bag of tricks.
Yeah, they have a little bit of
Mixed
everything.
bag of tricks. We got a renaissance. We got a renaissance team coming out of Team Tilt. So I kind of like that. You know, maybe not the best at one specific thing, but very well rounded. And got a lot of tricks to pull out of the hat. Now on the other side, though, Snits going for more of an in comp almost. I would say.
Yeah, they have a really safe kind of lane with Ari and Caitlyn with the 90 caliber net and whatnot. They have good engage with the Vi and the Gnar. So this is really going to come down to the lanes. If Gnar can hold his own against this Jax, I think that Snits can take it. But just the amount of damage that Graves and Oriana alone, those two can do in such a short amount of time together is just insane. So I think Tilt have it.
You think Tilt has this? Tilt running with that mixed bag of tricks?
I think so.
Mm,
Oh, buddy. Here
Ah,
comes.
I sort of want to agree with you, but I really don't. Mainly
You
because
just
of
don't
this
want to agree with me
Gnar
just
Vi
because.
combo. No, I agree with you last time. I initiated that agreement train, and we had a little agreement friendship, and
Well, that was
we're all
pretty. That
happy
was
in
a
agreement
given,
land.
though. That team comp was just
but
really, really
well,
slow.
I believe I'm one up on you. Am I not? Am I
No,
wrong?
we're tied.
Or are you one? Are we tied? Or are you one
We're
up?
tied.
Are we tied?
I started fresh after I got the two early ones on you because you would have been like, oh,
Oh, I don't think you got two early ones on me. You got like one early one and then one that was bullshit and was mine anyways, even though they lost.
No.
Those don't count.
We're not counting the ones from the
Doesn't-
beginning. All we're doing is
doesn't
counting
count.
last week, which is last
Alright.
week we had 1 for 1.
Okay, so we're tied. But I'm gonna disagree with you here, and here's my
Oh,
reasoning. I
is it?
think I have to. I think Schnitz has it mainly due to the fact that while Tilt has a mixed bag of tricks, Schnitz has a very solid plan. Their plan is the Vi goes in, followed up by a Mega Gnar to just push everybody that Vi just split right back together, followed by 2 Qs from the Ari and the Caitlyn, and a Braum ultimate to keep them all zoned off the back line. There's just nothing. You can't compete with that.
I mean, I would agree with your. That makes sense in theory, but that's an incredible amount of coordination coming out of TC Snits, and they are one of the better teams in the tournament. But Tilt has gone 3-0 thus far in the tournament. Granted, they've gone up against Funk, which we thought was going to be a front runner, who is now a middle of the pack team. They went against TSA, and they also went against Nexus Down. So they've really this is going to be a big team fight right here to see who comes out on top, because both of these teams are probably two of the better teams in the tournament in the promotion tournament at least, that we have. So if TC Snitch can pull together this comp that you're saying that they want to do, they'll definitely have it. But I don't think they'll be able to do it.
I think they have it. Even in the lanes, I think the Gnar will outperform this Jax. Now, I think the Ezreal is going to be a little bit behind early just due to the Caitlyn. Ari Oriana should go even, but that Vi should come out much stronger at level 6. Should just come out way bigger.
Yeah, you'll come out way stronger at level 6, but you'll also come into a gray screen when, Graves kind of just bursts you from 100 to 0. So, it comes out to, who plays their team comp better. Right now, it's a split push team comp on the side of Tilt, and it's a team fight comp on the side of TC Snit. So, whoever plays the team comp better is going to win. I think that Tilt have the easier team comp to pull off.
You think Tilt has it? That may be true, just because of their wide variety of what they can pull. But I think, again, I'm going to have to turn over this, but I think we will send this Visagos and Helios direction, maybe figure out what they think about it. Or think as we move into low screen, if they're here, Visago, what is your opinion on this game? Yes, we can hear you both. Go ahead and give us What you guys think?
Your insight. What do you guys think? Are you on my side, or Team Brent, or Team Lee?
I'm thinking Tilt like has this.
You think who?
Just because Tilt has this.
There we go. One for me. There we go. I like it. I like it.
Really because they have like a lot of scaling and like a lot of CC with their comp, and given that they are one of the top teams in this promotional tournament, I just think that proves that their communication and stuff is on point.
Mm-hmm. All right, and Visago, your 2 cents.
Let's see here. I am gonna go with. That's kind of hard to choose. You know what? I am going to go for the TC Snits.
Oh no! Now it's two. Now it's
I'm
split.
gonna go with Snits.
Now it's split. The Snits has split
See-
the vote, unfortunately.
I feel like Snits is gonna do better with this, just because I don't know. I just have a thing in my gut that I want to see the 3-way tie for first.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, we're loading into the actual game thus far. What do you guys in chat? Nutrink, CTF, Mark, Spartan, Feed, Fix. What do you guys think? Who has this game right now? Is it Tilt Gaming with their split push Jax kind of comp, or is it TC Snits with their Gnar Vi let's go in and kill things comp? Right now we're split 2 for 2. So and you can see it's still. Oh my God,
Now-
Brent.
No, actually, I am gonna still stick with with TC Snits.
There he is.
But Utopian Duck might turn might turn this game into a dystopia for TC Snits. I'm not sure.
Savage. Oh my God.
There's
So we're 2 for
Visago
2,
pulling
man.
it out.
We're 2 for 2,
Pulling
man.
it 2 for 2 as we move into the rib. Both teams bunched up for some action. I like it. Let's see some level 1 fights.
Hey, buddy, look. It
By
looks like we
Snits.
got Mark Spartan thinks Tilt's got it, Zolo thinks Snits got it, and Nutrink thinks Tilt's got it. So, what's that, 4 to 3 right now? I like it. See, we know what's going on. Chat
CTF.
Chat knows who the smart guy is.
failed me.
See,
You and
look,
Nutrix.
now it's 5 to 3, 6 to 3.
Oh, no.
See, chat
You
knows who
guys
the
are gonna
analyst
get...
is.
You know what?
Chat knows who the analyst is,
My
man.
prophecy will
You-
come
no.
true.
You got the sexy voice. I got
I
the
know
brains.
how to call. I know how to call it. And I'm going to call it right.
Nah, man. You got the sexy voice. I got the brains. That's how it goes. Oh, look at that. Even more Tilt lovers here. Oh,
I hate to say it, but Tilt does have it in the chat.
Easy
It's
peasy.
definitely 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think it's 8 to
7.
5.
Uh-oh. 7. No, you're right.
Oh,
you're right.
Zypha wants
In
TC.
chat at least, it's 7 to 3 in my book, but we got an invade out of the Schnitz. Schnitz are looking to prove all of you wrong as they get ready to just win this game from level 1. They want to
that
win
ward
it.
was a
Gonna
big
get some
mistake.
action going in. Doesn't see it. Graves is going to get 1 Braum kill, but the Ari charm not going to be quite there. Schnitz didn't quite come in with the communication. Now
That
they're going
was
to be a
nothing.
little bit down. They're going to be a little bit down as they don't take anything on their way out. Schnitz, please don't prove me wrong.
There was no reason to invade right there. Yeah, you have the Braum. Yeah, you have the Vi and the Ari charm. But Ari started charm, which is a huge issue for lane. Also, they're invading a Nautilus, which is like the invade champion of the century in this game. So, really confusing there. They would have probably gotten a pick as an anchor lands from Nautilus does a lot of damage to Caitlyn, but they probably would have got a pick if they didn't place that early ward there. That ward let them know on the bot side that they were going to be invaded, and they were able to get out for free. So, really poor invade from TC.
It was poor invade indeed, as now Schnitz takes a lot of damage in that bot lane, right? Trying to trade it off out in this Nautilus. He luckily misses the anchor, so maybe a little bit of an even trade as they heal back up. But you are correct indeed. Schnitz is going to be hurting a lot from that. Now Orianna already taking a small lead in the mid lane to try to punish that Ahri. She's under tower, not quite having the orb or the Foxfire the W to kind of help clear those minions. So she'll be in a little bit of trouble now the orb comes out. But hopefully she can kind of rebound from that charm start.
Yeah, it's not too much happened. It's not that big of a deal. She did get level 3. She's pretty safe now. She has all of her abilities, so she should be all set in the mid lane. A small farm lead for Orianna. Nara's going to get hyper off of those 3 procs, do a little bit of percent health damage, but overall, pretty even thus far.
Yeah, we'll see which way these mid laners build. If they decide to go real defensive early, that seems to be the trend. In all sorts of leagues across the map, you know, in professional league and amateur leagues all across the league. Now we got a little bit of action going on mid lane as the junglers face off. Vi's gonna wide to get out of there. Graves gonna have the damage early, but it may turn around later in this game.
Yeah, Graves is gonna be very aggravating to say the least, especially once he hits 6. And he may not seem tanky, but he's going for a gank in the top lane with both buffs.
He should have gotten in there as Nara had just used his jump, and Jax had the stun up, so that could have been a kill on the top lane. But Nara is going to be able to push on the turret as Graves just backs out.
Yeah, well, that would have been a good gank. However, the amount of minions there that would have been dealing damage to Jax and Graves at the point of the gank would probably have meant a lost gank, in all honesty. There was at least a wave and a half of minions there that would have been doing a damage. So, probably a smart idea to back out.
Was indeed, but that may be smart, maybe not. We'll have to see if that maybe affects him later, coming up short on some of these ganks. If he backs out a little bit too early, or if he has the patience to wait for that perfect opportunity. So we will find out. Now Ari's taking a lot of poke damage she can't return in the mid lane. It's already going to get chunked down to half health as Graves makes his way down.
Yeah, well, see what Graves can do. You can see he's already going for the early aggression against Vi's jungle. Quicklebick, something like that. Can't pronounce that name. Holy cow! But he doesn't have any wards, unfortunately. So, no, I'm the Vi Quicklebick.
Oh, QKLBIK. We'll just call him Bick.
Just call him Bick. Yeah, the lighter brand. All right. Another gank at the top.
Quicklebick. I don't know. Graves trying to put a lot of pressure on this map, but so far it just wastes a lot of time with the minimum pressure. You think it wasn't actually, you know, that important.
Oh, man, Flash.
Talk about importance is 2 summoner spells getting used by Utopian Duck for the Grandma's Nips Flash. Now Ari's going to get out safely, but she is going to lose a lot of minions into the tower. She's not going to be able to get back, and she's already has a deficit. Vi's coming in.
Orianna has no summoners right now. Oh, Vi hit
Orianna
that.
does have ult. Yeah, Vi would hit that, but Orianna doesn't have the ult for the mana for the ult. So if this kind of dance lasts long enough, she may be able to turn that. But in the end, not gonna happen. Now Vi saves the minions from the turret.
Yeah, if that Q had landed, Orianna would have been in a lot of trouble. She didn't have any mana after her barrier, so overall not the best. But the house goes, hits a minion, and more trading in the top, just free farming for the Jax. So, oh, Orianna saved.
Oh, there it comes. Then we saw the same thing last game with the Syndra, as you just didn't respect the back damage coming back with the items. Now Nara and Jax gonna keep throwing at each other top lane. Now Ari with a huge turnaround.
Yeah, I can't even understand what thought process there. Orianna just completely overstayed her welcome in the mid lane and cost her her life. She had no summoners, and now she had no life. So she's coming back to lane with a not an Athene's, but a Chalice rather. So she'll be a little bit safer against Ari, who went to Codex. Yep.
Yeah, Ari's going for the damage, the kind of cooldown and regeneration now. Orianna's just going for that defense a little bit, trying to get that magic resist. We'll see if Ari can transition to that Abyssal Scepter later. But so far, already doing work for her team with that first one. Now Graves is trying to answer in the bot lane.
Wow.
But again, not having any pressure on these ganks.
That was a Braum shield right there that negated all of that damage. So well done by Penguin to pop that shield up at the perfect time to stop the end of the line damage. So pretty much negligible at that point.
Yeah, negligible indeed. No, it's not negligible. I can't even say that word right now. It's this damage Jax is taking up on the top lane. He's already flashing red. And Nara's going to push him off. Now, they both have teleport to get back up, and neither has gone back to buy, but the Dorn's Blade is just proving his strength just against the cloth armor start.
Yeah, there's pretty big differential here. The safety from the Jax, he got his Phage. Probably going to be dealing with this Gnar pretty well, I'd say. Even farm, but the charm lands onto Orianna. Not too much comes from it, but...
Yeah. Alright, was just able to get out safely. That's my files. Missing the chat. We got a little bit of a Debbie Downer going on, as we're gonna say. But Ari is gonna be fine. Gonna be able to soak up that blue buff now. Now let's just actually try to continue the aggression. Caitlyn goes pretty low with the Braum shield. And the body just blocks everything and shuts down any sort of damage. Man. Great play again out of this Braum, even though he's a level down.
Oh, that Jax damage. The empowered auto did so much there. Holy Toledo. But overall, that was a heal burnt for Caitlyn, so.
Yeah, it was a heal burnt. So, there are going to be that summoner spell down, but Nihilus doesn't have the flash. Caitlyn doesn't have the flash either, but if you can't flash engage, then maybe they got a problem. Now, Vi's going to look to try to keep Jax out of her jungle. She better be careful. There's a 3-man collapse coming out of the Tilt team.
Yeah, we can see Graves is getting a little bit more aggressive. He's got that skirmisher saber. He's looking for some early trading. He is spotted out by a ward, however, so this is a dangerous place for him to be. He wants to pick out the Vi, but Vi knows he's there. However, Jax!
Oh no, Vi doesn't. She obviously can't see him in that ward in the corner. Or she just didn't respect the damage. There's that 3-man collapse. Now, Vi and Ari are trying to come around. Gnar is not anywhere close to Mega, so he really won't be too much of a help. As Graves runs out of mana now, Gnar is in trouble. That's a full health Jax with a red buff coming his way, so he's gonna have to jump right on out here, but does get the flash for it.
Yeah, we can see that's actually gonna be pretty big for the Vi right now. Vi is not gonna have as much pressure as the Graves, especially in her own jungle. If Graves can catch her out like he kind of just did, even though that she had vision of her, Graves will be able to just burst her down to point where she can't do anything. So Graves right now, while he's down in farm, is kind of winning the pressure, I would say.
Well, he has been across the map, but so far his ganks have been lackluster. Anybody from Snits team that sees a Graves coming is not going to be as scared as maybe a Tilt gaming member seeing that Vi coming. They could be well scared, and that may even pressure him off some minions.
Oh!
Ultimate going down in the mid lane as both Ari and Orianna go at it. Now Ari ain't gonna take down because now we got action in the bot lane as well. Braum blocking off a lot of that knowledge damage, so a 1-for-0 trade in the mid lane. It's gonna be huge, but Graves was not able to get there in time like he tried to.
Orianna missed the ultimate. Ari missed the charm. Really sloppy, but the ignite ticked down Ari just enough on that last tick to take her out. So overall, Summoner's burnt for Utopian Duck, but he does pick up the kill.
He does pick up the kill, and Ari was just a little bit... Great dodge of the ult, but just a little bit too aggressive too early, as Vi just wasn't in place in time to kind of soak that up, which means she had to tank a lot of the initial damage. So a little bit of miscommunication again with the jungler.
Yeah.
Because it could end up proving a problem later in the game, maybe, as the team turns into a more objective, focused game.
Oh man, Jax is actually winning in this top lane right now, which is going to be a really big issue for TC Snits if he continues this kind of rampaging up here against this Gnar.
Yeah, Jax is starting to go off, but Gnar is keeping the CS lead advantage on him. So maybe it's not too far out of it. Once he hits Mega, he should have no problem fending him off for a little bit until he goes back to Mini. But he does have the teleport advantage, and that's pretty big, at least for the next couple of seconds.
Yeah, we'll see. He is pretty even in farm thus far, and as soon as he gets that Sheen, he will be a pretty big force to be reckoned with, but no big deal there, as Graves and Vi still farming away. He is going for a cheeky lane gank, however. Let's see how that works out.
Yeah, we'll see. Probably won't work out too well, but, I mean, the Braum is still pretty low. Caitlyn does have the heal, and he has a flash up. There's the ultimate coming down, the initiation. It actually is going to do a lot, as Nihilus the kill. The Graves really did have that burst damage we were talking about earlier. And that's going to be one dead Penguin War Chief.
Oh my goodness. That Graves, I'm telling you, that was only his ultimate, and that was through a Braum shield. So, a lot of damage from this Graves. Oh, the hook lands!
Oh, the damage continues. As in the bot lane, Knowledge just goes ham on a turret again. And Jax keeps pushing this Nara out top lane. Now Vi's going to try to save this turret, but I think that turret's long gone.
Yeah, that's an easy pickup for Tilt Gaming right now. They're now up about 2,000 gold over TC Snits. Clearing pink wards in the river. Come on, Ari, do it. I dare you. See what happens. You'll get a ball to the face, says Utopian Duck as Ari runs off. So,
Ari, gonna respect that CS discrepancy and wisely back off on that one. Not quite gonna have any sort of damage right now. Take out that Orianna through shields or survivability. So, a wise choice from the Ari.
yeah, I think Graves is going for kind of a sneaky bait here with that pink ward, but no one's gonna take it as no one's in position.
No. No, indeed. Now, the buff transfer is going to go over here. Vi's not even transferring this one. So, seeing the bot lane Graves is helping. But on the Snit side, we see Ari just taking it with the help of the Braum support. Now, Braum's going to once again be a half health. We've been seeing half his health bar for the most of the game lately. So, hopefully he can kind of remedy that later. As maybe they're just taking a little bit too much poke from this Ezreal, who already has the mana mune built up.
Yeah, it's potential. He's gonna have a lot more damage later in the game once he starts to stack that up. He's got his Sheen, so he does have the damage if he needs it. The shield's gonna keep Graves safe, but right now, I would not want to go into this river with no vision if I was TC Snits.
No vision indeed. Now, Gnar is going to start heading to that top. Look to kind of come down into the river, but the Snits team wisely backing off in that fight. Now, Gnar does have teleport, but Jax's teleport just came up too, so we may see a 5v5 fight evolve around this dragon as both teams just jockey for the first one.
Yeah, wards overall pretty even thus far. Gnar is getting pushed into the tower, but he's still farming pretty well over this Jax. But Jax is not getting shut down, so that's kind of the issue with what TC Snits is doing right now. They're letting Jax get this farm, they're letting him kind of go even in lane, and as soon as he gets a free shot, he will be off to the races. He's got his Sheen, he's got his Phage, he's got gold, he's working his way towards his Triforce, so...
Yeah, he is, and he's actually going to go in there and try to get a little look at that red buff for himself. So, Snits on the other side, they're trying to group up around this dragon now. They've been here for a solid minute, almost minute and a half now, just trying to get ward coverage. Finally moving on to the scuttle. So, they're now going to back out, but that's a lot of wasted time out of the Snits team for no gain as Jax looks to rotate and make something happen mid lane.
Yeah, 5 members of Tilt Gaming are in the mid lane, or at least near Dragon right now, clearing out that ward. They do see 4 members with that ward being destroyed, so you see Gnar starting to walk his way down as Jax is working his way back up to take that farm, but he does have TP if need be.
And Gnar's got Mega. This would be a perfect time for them to maybe initiate a fight, get a Mega Gnar coming in, but alas, it is going to time out. And he's going to be mini for quite a while as Snits just starts to take the poke coming out of this Orianna Ezreal, and so far they haven't been able to return any of it.
Yep, Orianna's going to get that blue buff, Jax is going to get that free push in the top lane. And this is exactly what Tilt wants to do. They kind of want to wait until Jax is an issue and then push issues with Graves and Jax and, Orianna, and they can deal with this. They can deal with Ari who's a little behind in lane. They can deal with anything that TC Snits has thus far, unless Tilt gets really over aggressive and makes some serious mistakes here, then I'd be surprised to see this Jax go down, but Gnar's gonna make it out. Get the house. Oh.
Gnar's gonna try. Now, there is a turn onto Dragon here. As Gnar goes Mega, maybe they are trying to use that timing finally here if he need be on the teleport. Doesn't look like either team is going to have to use it, as Caitlyn Braum are going to be able to successfully take that down. Now, there is vision of it for Tilt Gaming, but they just allow that first dragon and that 6% damage to go freely.
Jack's getting a lot of damage in the top. That hyper.
Oh, Jax may go down.
Oh!
Flash under the turret. Nar flash for the follow-up. Gonna get a little health for it
What
as
did I
well.
say?
Just to make sure he's safe on the turret. That is huge, though. With the Jax going down, he could be in a little bit of trouble for the Tilt Gaming.
Making mistakes like that could cost you the game, especially when you're the Jax and you're kind of like the win condition of your team. Dying 1v1 in lane is not an acceptable excuse or thing to happen right now as Nar. Oh!
Nar may give that kill right back away as he takes a lot of damage from the Nautilus. But Ari is able to pick out the Ezreal in rotation. Now Vi is on the initiation, trying to go in. Braum ultimate just missing. Watch out, though. Here comes the Jax teleport. Oh, right in the middle of the team. It's going to be a huge 3-man stun as Tilt Gaming puts Snits on Tilt as Jax with a huge comeback at a fountain onto a very well-placed ward is going to absolutely just turn around that team fight.
That was huge. TC Snits kind of funneled into the same general area, allowing Jax to get that 3-man stun. And after that, that was a lost team fight for TC Snits. So 6-3 now, 3,000, 4,000 roughly gold up for Tilt Gaming. And Jax has a kill assist and a Triforce.
Jax may have calculated that death in the top lane to give Snits the false motivation for that fight, or maybe it was just beginner's luck. But man, was that a play with a huge 3-man stun. Now, we didn't see any Rift Herald shaking this game. Even though both teams probably had the opportunity, as that's going to die, and up comes the Baron. And our second bigly contested, that's not the right word. Our second contestable objective.
There you go.
Maybe end this game out. There it is. We
got
got there.
We got there in the end, man. I believe. Oh, man.
Could have made it very grammatically incorrect, but we'll go ahead and keep it sort of correct. Just less vocab.
Unfortunately, there is a glitch in the spectator right now where you don't see the times for Baron and Dragon. It doesn't actually show up as a timer right now, so hopefully Rito will fix that soon, but Dragon should be coming up in a little bit.
You know who also is coming up? This Orianna. She's going to try Nar, but gonna take a little side detour. Take one of the side missions, clear the pink ward, and Nar's gonna be out to, no problem.
Easy peasy pink ward clearing in the top lane. Nar's gonna be safe. He's got the vision up there. As long as he doesn't go full silly mode like Jax just did, he should be pretty good up there. He's got his Black Cleaver. He's got his Swifties. He should be safe under tower. Braum is actually up there, interestingly enough. I'm not sure why.
Maybe they're looking to shut this Jax down even more now. It's a little bit late in the game to kind of do that. Vi had some opportunities earlier and didn't take it. And Grace has his opportunity now as Nar is going to mega out here. As he just missed a boomerang. He didn't react to that Graze movement. I'm not sure if he saw it or if he just doesn't care.
He's got plenty of
vision. He does know he's there, but now he finally starts to react. He's just going to be able to walk out to safely.
Yeah, really smart warding from TC Snitch now. They know they're on the back foot. They have all the vision in their jungle. They need to stay safe. The only vision they don't have is that behind the Baron brush right there where Graves could potentially sneak in, but it's too risky for him, and they're just going to push up the mid lane right now. Or the bot lane, rather. Sorry.
Bot lane actually is. Tilt Gaming looks to try to take their first inner turret of the game. So far, that outer turret is still remains standing. Thanks to the Nokia, just absolute tankiness, you could say. Nokia, things just don't break. And Nar's proving that with his turret, but pushing the bot lane is just going to get repelled very easily.
Alright, this is interesting, Brent. You're the AD carry main, so you tell me this. Caitlyn went eye-edge first. Is that smart?
No.
Why?
Not smart. Potentially could be smart, but potentially not smart. You really want to mix that around. So, as she does look to get a lot of damage and she wants to crit a lot, the chance that she's going to crit is just absolutely terribly low. Now, if she would have built a Zeal with that, maybe, it would have been completely worth it. Allow her, give her that little extra attack speed to get more crits, and give her the extra Zeal crit % chance to then combo with the Infinity Edge. Right now, the Infinity Edge is a nice big item, but passively, it's not doing anything for her. So it forced her to buy the
attack speed boots, which you really don't want to buy on anybody right now.
See, I didn't know that. This is why I set you up for the nice analysis there, Brent. You like that?
There you go.
Yeah, we swapped that around a little bit because you know you.
Even play-by-plays can be analysis, but analysis can't be play-by-plays. All right.
Whoa! Whoa!
On to the
All
next
right,
topic.
Oriana looks to be taken. Oh, Oriana secured the blue buff. And look at me. I'm doing my job so good.
Herbaderbader.
Exactly.
Nah, but anyways, back on that. You don't wanna pigeonhole it. Like, attack speed boots just aren't very item efficient right now compared to champions you can use like cooldown boots, and even boots of swiftness are just so cheap that you're able to buy those and move around team fights, keep yourself safe, which does a whole lot more than just 15% attack speed. When you got 15% of nothing, is still nothing. So it doesn't do anything for you. Now, I would have liked the Caitlyn, again, like I said, I would have liked the Caitlyn I-Edge first if she would have incorporated the Zeal into that build. Go, not a lot beats BF Sword Zeal. You just can't beat that in terms of, like, damage output early. So, a little bit of a misstep from this Caitlyn.
Oh, Drax in the top.
Yeah, Jack's putting a lot of damage. I guess we'll continue on to this. So if anybody was wondering what you maybe want to buy first, it's because they are taking a lot of poke damage, and she's having a very tough time sustaining in this lane. 23 minions down. She could have potentially built a Bloodthirster first, but able to stay healthier and be able to maybe stay in lane longer. So, just my opinion though, as Tilt Gaming takes their first dragon, and pretty freely, no contest able by Snits.
Yeah, we can see they're gonna go straight to that mid lane, try to force that wave into tower. Jax is coming down through the river. I don't know what he plans to do, but there's now 4 members in TC Snits jungle.
Nar's about ready to meet him. Peekaboo, Nar, as he actually drops the pink ward to spot him out. A great use of that stealth. But the charm is going to pick up the Oriana in rotation. That seems to be the name of the game for Snits as Jax goes deep to stun him up. Now, Vi is keeping the rest of his team at bay, though, as she 1v2s that as Ezreal was in the bot lane. Now, Nar's going to jump in with a neg with a good pushback as the fight continues. Nahus is trying to get out there as he just anchors away from that charm. They were not able to land any more of their poke, and so they are going to get out safely, but the tower push continues as Snits looks to take this mid-outer tower and their first tower of the game.
Oh, man, that was risky from TC Snits right there. Oh, had Graves moved a little further and ended the line just one more minion, they couldn't have been able to take the tower in that push, but that one minion made a difference, boys. One minion made a difference in that push right there. So,
and that charm made a big difference too. That one charm is just
caught out the Oriana. So Oriana even had
all you Snits haters. You Snits haters better be careful as Tilt is tilting themselves on these rotations, trying to be all fanatic-like, but not showing great finesse in their execution.
That was Oriana even had flash for that, so I'm not sure what she was thinking there. Very unorthodox play from Oriana.
You could say their plan went from the green status to the yellow status as they expected to kind of find a kill on that Gnar there, but unfortunately,
you're trying too hard.
Weren't. I was trying, and that was pretty good. They were a little bit reckless. They were a little bit reckless in their planning.
There you go. That's better.
But I mean, it was an amazing plan. You can't. Don't get me wrong.
That one was better, at least. At least you picked it up and kind of fixed it. I don't know. Jesus, bro.
Oh man, this game is starting to drag on a little bit as we only 11 kills. Usually we see these teams fight it out more, but both deciding to play the slow roll as a majority, if not all of the kills out of the Snits team have been due to catching Tilt on rotation. So far, Snits have not been on the front foot. They've always been backpedaling this whole fight. Now, Vi is looking to change that as she goes right in onto this Orianna.
Too early.
Taking a lot of damage for it, though. Too early as both the teleport comes in. Jax is super deep, but Gnar is going to be there to block off. Now, they got into a choke point, though, and a big Braum Boss was going to keep them all locked up, but this red is flashing on all the members of Snits as Snits starts to get wiped off this map. They are in full retreat right now as Gnar is just trying to escape with his life. Barely avoids the anchor. A huge turnaround for Tilt as the fight's not over yet, as Ari tries for a little bit of funky business. And Ezreal's going to shut her down for it now. Vi and Gnar are trapped as the pain just keeps on stacking up.
Executed.
Now this is going to get executed for it too. And that is a complete ace for Tilt Gaming.
And the one point about that fight that I do want to touch upon is Orianna even whiffed her ultimate. She hit one person in the backline. She had the perfect opportunity to hit 3 people, the Ahri and the Caitlyn. But she missed it and only hit, I believe, the Vi in the backside. So even with Orianna in the big team fight ultimate missing, they still won that fight. So that's a scary thing when you're TC Snits.
That is a scary thing indeed. They even saw the Jax teleport, and they didn't. They could have potentially pulled off that and slow Jax out like they did last time when they tried to find a pick and keep him away from his team. But instead, they kept pressing through in through that jungle. Now they found the choke point they wanted, but it just wasn't enough as just Gray's Jax damage piled on, and they just weren't able to compete with it.
Yeah, see that? Is that Führer boots? Interesting. So Caitlyn's got her Führer boots.
Yeah, Infinity Edge maybe starting to look up, maybe starting to work in her favor now. She's got more of that crit % chance. And it's going to start adding up. But the Ezreal is just already so far ahead. He's got the Mirror Mana already stacked. He's got the Iceborne Gauntlets, which keeps him a little bit healthier to all this attack damage coming his way. As long as Ari doesn't find him, he should be just fine. And now he's going for that. Now, while I don't agree with it, he's going for that Essence Reaver. Kind of keep himself healthy in the mana instead of going to defensive item. So he may be able to get popped. But so far, his team has not been allowing Snits to get in at him.
Yeah, right now, TC Snits have no vision of where Tilt is, and Tilt have no vision of TC Snits right now. They only see the Gnar and that Mega'd out. So as soon as that Gnar goes down, they might want to look to engage.
Yeah, they are going to engage. Gnar's actually going to engage to them, but he is going to die for it. The Nokia finally got shattered as the rest of his team is just trying to figure out what they want to do. Nobody's really there. Nobody's really talking, and they are just getting routed for it as they lose 3 members and are still on the run. Now Tilt is just looking for what they want to take, and it looks like it's going to be this top lane turret.
Yeah, that was just overextension by Gnar and Vi. They tried to engage and buy time for the team to get there, but Braum's dead.
Braum is dead as Knowledge just went deep on the turret thanks to the Graze damage. No problem picking that up. Orianna and Ahri tried to go one-on-one, but Ahri actually came out on top of the lead for that, forcing the Orianna zone use.
Yeah. At this point, I think the game is won for Tilt. I mean, when you're missing ultimates and when Gnar and Vi are engaging on you 2v5, it seems like a pretty desperate attempt, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was the end of the game really soon right now. About 9,000 gold up for Tilt.
Your team may be proving my assessment wrong, as Snits just didn't really come in with the mechanics I was expecting. Man. I did not come in with the mechanics I was expecting, and it looks like they are on their last breath.
Twitch chat knows what's
Tilt
up.
Gaming starts. Yeah.
I keep
Tilt
interrupting
Gaming
you.
starts to ping out this
I keep
Baron.
doing this on purpose.
That's fair. It's fair. It's fair. You may get 1 or 2 here or there, but in the end,
God. I hope you still got your French fries, Brett. I really hope you still got your French fries.
Oh, I do. I do.
God.
Don't worry. Now, we could see a Baron throw here. I know I'm expecting. I know Twitch chat's expecting.
The Dignitas.
It goes down. It could still be anybody's game. We just don't know until the Nexuses fall. So I'm going to say interested. The kill count has definitely improved, though, but the game is still kind of dragging on. A lot of our games are usually just about done at this point, but this one still has a potential for maybe a couple picks.
Lots of poke
Now
damage.
this goes half health.
Keeps him back.
It's a poke damage indeed. It's interesting that they weren't able to find really anybody there in their own jungle, even though they had the war coverage of it.
Yeah, you want to talk about interesting? Let's talk about how Jax hasn't split push at all this entire game. Jax has been in part of the team fights.
He hasn't needed.
You know, he's been doing
He hasn't needed to.
big stuns in team fights, and he's been winning the team fights for the team.
Three-man stuns.
It's funny because you
Three-man stuns.
You would think that Jax is not one of those champions that, you know, is a team fight oriented champion, but he's been winning these team fights. You would think that, you know, split pushing would be how you win with the Jax. So it's kind of funny to think that he's winning in a kind of backwards way.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't expect that coming in. And so far he's been getting beaten the split push almost due to this Gnar, at least earlier, but it's probably changed now just due to the fact that the gold lead has just slipped into the tilt pocket. So Gnar is really not going to be able to compete anymore on the split push level. So Jax could very easily split push if he wants to. Looks like he might as he heads down in the bottom lane, but it looks like Tilt Gaming, though, just don't know what they want to do to finish this game out.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix all over the place. They only have one outer tower left in the mid lane. Jax is kind of trying to get a split push in the bot lane, but top wave is going to be, I believe, pushing out as well for Tilt. So every wave will be pushing in the favor of Tilt thus far. So Jax does have his TP if he wants.
If he wants, now it's gonna get the anchor, but Braum just gonna jump out a little bit beforehand. Orianna gonna get a huge ultimate onto Caitlyn. Now Caitlyn's on the back foot, but Orianna got a little bit too over aggressive. Vi did end up getting onto Ezreal, but she had to flash out right over the wall as the front line just proved way too strong. That is still a 1-for-2 though, as Gnar comes in with the Mega. Graves though is just dealing the damage as Caitlyn already got pushed out. She's gonna come back a little bit to help him, you know, push him off. But that is a 2-for-1 for Snits.
Yeah, Jax chooses TP there as well, so this could turn the tide right now. I mean, they're still down in the hole about 8,000 gold, but a 2-for-1, that's better than a 1-for-1 or a 1-for-nothing rather. So good on TC
Gnar's
Snits.
gonna be Gnar's also gonna be able to clean out the ward coverage and get out safely. Did not get collapsed on either. May even look to re-engage this as Ezreal backs, but no. I mean, huge for Snits here. Saves the Baron, saves the towers, and they're doing a very effective job turtling here.
Yeah, Gnar, unfortunately, in that team fight, did not play around his rage bar properly and ulted actually in the wrong direction. Had he ulted towards the wall, would have been a big stun rather than just a pushback. So I'm not sure if that was intentional or a mistake.
Probably a mistake, but maybe the pressure is just getting to him. Hopefully, though, Tilt Gaming continues with these little miscues and Snits can kind of bring it back. You know that they are looking for every opportunity they can get, though, so don't count Snits out of this just yet.
I ain't counting anybody out of this yet, Brent. I can't really count very high, so we'll see. At least not with a
Taking off your
scoreboard.
shoes can get quite difficult.
Oh no!
Nope.
My shoes, where did they go?
Anyway, so luckily though, you can still count this gold as they are only 8,000 gold up until it's pockets. So Snits keeping it relatively close for how bad they've been getting kind of, you know, smacked around in some of these team fights.
Yeah, you can see Ezreal and Jax are on split push duty right now, getting the waves pushing in their favor. Jax is going to be in a very dangerous spot as a lot of TC work their way up there.
He is, but he's going to spot it out. He's going to try to get out. Now, Braum Gnar going to go in it. The boomerang just doesn't hit, but the stun lands. As he get the 4 autos, they're spinning everything on Jackson. Gnar is going to jump over the wall to avoid any type of escape that way. Coming in with a big ultimate on the back line. Gnar is doing work. Ari's coming in now. Orianna only going to hit 2.
Brahms the only one taking low for it. The Graves ultimate not going to do enough damage. Now, the fight is turning against Snits as Tilt Gaming is coming in. The poke damage is not going to be enough out of this Ari. Graves is just going two-hand with the help of this Ezreal poke. And this is not the fight Snits wanted as Tilt just continues to pressure on. There's nobody to be able to re-engage on this. Ari might be able to get a charm, but so far was not able to do it.
2 for 1 for Tilt right there. That was a decent pick, but as soon as Jax didn't die after you blew all of your ultimates and all of your summoner spells, there was no reason to keep fighting there. A very big overextension. As soon as Jax got out of that, they had a Relic shield, they had the Orianna shield, he even had a Starix Gauge shield on him. He was pretty much unkillable at that point after all of the bursts from TC Snits got to him, so they should have just learned from that and backed off, but since they overextended, it cost them 2 of their lives.
It did cost them 2 of their lives, but at least they only lost 2. They could have very easily lost more. I think that comes in a large part due to the Gnar going over that wall and getting onto that Orianna very early in that fight. Now, he wasn't able to find the Ezreal, but still, finding one of the big carries was pretty important as he stunned her up against the wall.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. That's always a possibility. 3rd dragon looking for Tilt.
Yeah, Tilt's going to go ahead and jump on this 3rd dragon since they have the map pressure, the map presence from that last fight, from that last win. Now, Ari's going to try to turn around, but that's a trap she didn't want, or maybe she did as a cheeky little flash. Picks up the Ezreal on the return to Cinder from that orb.
Ari with the outplays there. What just...
Yeah.
Holy cow, I did not... Well done, holy moly. That was insane. She should have died there. The fact that she didn't is incredible.
She should have.
Yeah.
And this is huge. This could be potentially a Baron. And maybe a turn of the game for Snits if they don't throw it. Now, they're clearing out the work card, which I hope they don't start it. I don't think they'll win it, but start it they do. Ari's trying to rush on her way over there. Orianna does have ult. Everybody's ults are up, except this Ari's who's starting to take away. Now, the damage is already going down from this Baron. Here comes Jax. Here's the turn. Snits is still taking up the damage as a big 2-man on the front line. Now, Jax is on the back line of Snits trying to get over. Baron is still doing damage as Tilt just continues to poke. Members are starting to fall now on the Snits side as the Baron damage just proven too much for the extra man. But Snits is able to turn around as Tilt is very low. Ari's looking for the kill. She's very healthy now. And his damage. Graves didn't turn around and just one-shot the Gnar. So Gnar's going to be able to pick it up, but they better be careful. Here comes Ezreal. 2-on-3. Vi has to back. Gnar has to back. Both of them blinking red. Ari is the only member up that might be able to handle this Ezreal.
Yeah, they backed off all right. So a 3 for 2 in the side of TC Snits. This game can actually go either way at this point. Any team fight with these death timers being roughly 50 seconds, this can turn the game. One bum team fight can totally throw it. So the Baron Dignitas throw is not what any of these teams wants to risk.
No, and Snits almost lost that. The Baron was just stacking up the damage and just shredding resistances. It just did so much damage to the Snits team who just couldn't get out of that pit thanks to the Orianna ultimate. And the Nautilus was just keeping them just trapped in there.
I gotta say, though, if Orianna had landed that ultimate onto the backline of TC Snits, that would have been the game for Tilt. The fact that she hit the front line is really unfortunate, but Ari's going hard.
Ari is going hard, but she missed everything, and Ezreal and Nautilus are both coming out very tanky. Now, Gnar is going to teleport in here. He is going to be able to get on that Ezreal, but Jackson Graves are collapsing very quickly. Nautilus is still alive, and there he goes. Now we got a 4-on-5 for the Snits team. This could be exactly the window they were looking for as a huge front line. Really the only dedicated tank from Tilt Gaming has been taken out. The fight is going to go in with it. Ezreal is just going to shift away, though, but the Jax got caught, and he's going to go down. It's 5-on-3 now. Come on, Snits, you can do it. As they pressure the turret, Orianna ultimate only going to find one, but it is going to clear them anyway. Ari's going to find the charm, but Vi's not going to find the stun. Gnar will, though, as Caitlyn finishes her off.
Wow.
That is another member down. It's 5-on-2. The Caitlyn ultimate going to send Ezreal back to base as they are tanking up this turret.
to try to get more from this push, trying to equal out this gold. So far, they're only 4,000 gold down, and they may be able to get that first inhibitor of this game. And Snits with a huge turnaround on these team fights, doing exactly what we thought they might in Champ Select. Going to knock down the first inhibitor turret, but are going to have to back out as the Ezreal Graze Nautilus come up.
What is Tilt doing right now? As soon as Nautilus got caught, there was no reason to stay there. And then, how did Jax even get caught? Did he jump into that stun?
He jumped into the Braum ultimate, which comboed off of the Braum auto attack. So he got wham, bam, Dumble stunned. And that ended his day very quick.
Tilts are going for the cheeky Baron, maybe? Or they're just getting vision here, yeah. Whew, don't scare me.
Like just vision. Couldn't imagine they'd want to throw it now. This could easily go in either team's direction as Snits doing exactly what we thought they might. I told you they may be a little too strong in that direct engage team fight. What we say, the Ahri comes in, followed by the Gnar.
Yeah.
Just knock them all together. Followed by the Braum. What'd we say?
I gotta say, I didn't think that they would
perfectly.
be able to pull it together. And then the fact, it's obviously not helping that Tilt is just, honestly, misplaying a lot of their champions right now. Nautilus getting caught in the mid lane, and then Jax jumping into a Braum ultimate? What? Big misplays costing almost the game here for Tilt. So
Yeah. It's just crazy now. If Snits can pull that out once again, the death timers are just going to be way too much for Tilt to probably even keep the bases. They got now an open inhibitor. Snits could actually win this game, which would completely blow our minds out of the water a little bit, as 20 minutes ago we thought, Snits were really on the back foot, really on the last bit of air they got left before they drown out of this game. But no, Snits is on the comeback.
oh man, it takes a lot for me to say Holy Toledo, Zolo, just so you know. And I don't think I say that for misplays. So
I'm gonna say Holy Toledo on this Caitlyn build though. I don't understand where she's going with it. She obviously, Living Paradox obviously does understand it, I guess.
maybe.
Don't know.
I don't know.
But as long as he stays alive, I won't care. And as long as he wins the game, I won't care. But Jax has proven very strong on this split push. And Ahri, who doesn't have teleport, is going to go up. Now, Jax does have teleport, which is going to mean Tilt goes directly for this Baron. It's going to turn into a 4-on-5. So Ahri decides to start rotating over now. Now, the Baron already getting chunked very low. Now, Tilt not taking a lot of damage. Here comes Vian, does not get the steal. Taking a lot of damage. Starek's going to go off. Vian will flash over the wall right into Jax. Gonna ult him up, keep him locked up. Now Graves trying to do damage over the wall. Vi is not gonna get out of there as the Ezreal damage just procs it away with the red buff. So she is gonna fall. Now Jax took a lot of damage in return, but Till Gaming came out with a very clean Baron on the split push Jax.
Alright. Now,
And they look to maybe take an in-hit.
Holy Toledo, that call from Tilt. I gotta say, that was incredibly well done by Tilt Gaming, knowing they could go for that with Jax having to teleport up and Ahri being the one to respond. So, very smart play from Tilt. Pretty much means a free Baron and a free kill for him.
Oh. Miss ultimate from Miss Ori, though. It's a huge cooldown to be down. Braum still has his ultimate. Gnar, if he megas out, he has his. Ari's is coming back up shortly, though. Maybe Snits turns this.
It's possible, but they just need to stay on the back foot, hold their base if they can, keep those inhibitor towers up, and they can still come back in this right now. They just need to buy time for that Baron buff to go down.
Fi's up in 5 seconds. Top lane needs to get cleared. They are going to lose the 4th dragon, but at this point, go ahead and give up the 4th dragon. It's not worth too much.
What is
Gotta
this?
find out where they can slap back
What is
in.
this? Look at this. Jax, what is that Caitlyn trap? What? There's like jail. She's like, no one gets to pass that. Like, Caitlyn, come on.
Trolling the river. Now, if only those traps were in the opposite side of the map around that Baron, could have been a different fight if their team wanted to press through that river. Come and trap him in the pit, but alas, it's not. It's going to be on the dragon side and prove absolutely useless. These teams just keep going at it, and you really don't know. It's a coin flipping through the air. Who's going to win?
Yeah, and now Tilt just needs to keep pressure on this mid tower, keep poking, keep the damage on it, and they can easily take this inhibitor if they do it properly.
They are trying to walk these minions up. The Baron buff starting to do work. The poke is starting to do work too, as Caitlyn gets chunked to half health. Not having a Banshee's Veil yet, as the Gnar does. Still not sure what this Caitlyn build is trying to do, but so far it's not working.
Yeah, not working is a term you could use. Jax can't really split push as he doesn't have TP, but he's going to get top lane pushing in their favor and then go right back to mid lane. So if TC want to engage something, they can... Oh, man. No, you're not coming into our base.
Nope. Where is the Bloodthirster? Where is the lifesteal from this Caitlyn? You got the Mercy, but that's only 5%. Through all of this poke damage now, they are going to look for a fight onto this Jax, and he just wisely jumps out of there. They are just doing... Snits is doing what they can to turtle up. Gnar's going to get cut out a little bit here in the jungle, though. Those wards going to spot him back. Going to get out to safety, though.
Yeah, this Baron still has a little bit of... actually, no, it actually just wears out, so a little bit of a wasted Baron buff there. There's no reason to risk this right now for Tilt. But they're going to keep sieging this tower and get a lot of poke onto Braum, who is technically the front line.
They are sieging. They are, but the Baron buff is gone. So that's gonna end that push. Is Ahri and Caitlyn are just gonna be able to wave clear that.
Clown Fiesta indeed. Oh man.
Well, I can't believe they held this. They didn't lose anything.
Yeah, that was really well done by TC
for that Baron.
Or poorly done by Tilt. Really great call picking up that Baron. Really poor use of that Baron. So overall,
Snits still has a chance.
They do. Snits can still take
still
this
has a
game.
chance.
It's still anybody's game as Snits is only down, what is that, 6,000 gold? 6,000, 7,000 gold, maybe 6,000.
Yeah,
that's not very much at 50 minutes. As items start to complete, all the extra members like Ezreal, who's full build, has a lot of extra gold in his pockets. So he's not getting any stronger. So this is maybe Schnitz's time to shine. If Caitlyn can just get her build right, or just get incredibly lucky, Schnitz may have a chance.
I am incredibly confused about how Tilt are handling this game right now. Orianna, overall, incredibly underwhelming, missing a lot of key ultimates on the key members, missed a lot of chances. Jax getting caught up, jumping into a Braum ultimate. Graves popping his ultimate really early in team fights. Nautilus getting caught out in the mid lane and allowing this game to go to 50 minutes. So overall, Tilt had this game in the bag, and they've just kind of been tilting off the face of the earth the longer the game
and this
gone.
is the maximum disrespect from Tilt. Oh, actually, well, hold on to that. As Braum goes down already, 4-on-5 is going to start out as Vi is now the next target. It's going to get focused down to half her health. Now, Ahri is going to look to see what she can do. On the back line, she's actually going to find the kill. This is 4-on-4. Still anybody's team fight.
What was I just talking about? I was just talking about incredibly underwhelming play from Tilt. They get these good catches. They get these incredible things. That Orianna ultimate only caught a Braum. It only killed the support. And you traded a support for your mid laner? That is not worth it for Tilt.
Now Jax is in the bottom lane, but Gnar and Jax both have TP, so Jax is gonna back off. The big thing I want to point out here still with this Caitlyn is that it is Caitlyn's time to shine, as nobody's building armor on the Tilt team.
They don't need to. Has Caitlyn done anything?
No, Caitlyn's building an armor penetration item against no armor. What is she doing? She's getting poked down. She's getting poked down. No Bloodthirster, no Banjo, no defensive items to speak of. Merksem is really not a defensive item, per se. It is defensive, but it's not like a Banshees or a Guardian Angel. If Caitlyn just had the right build, this would be a completely different game.
And the last outer tower, or actually not even the last, but the top outer tower.
Second.
Team Tilt goes down to minions, so...
There's a lot of gold left on the map for Schnitz. If Caitlyn could just build right, could just fix this. Now, if Caitlyn, maybe she goes off in a team fight when they all clump up, but that's not how
Tilt has been fighting, so she's definitely not identifying what is going on in the game.
Baron is up. I'm expecting a Dignitas throw here.
I'm hoping for Snitch to win. I didn't expect the Caitlyn to pull out this type of build. We already switched up our enchantments. Now, the Baron is already started for Tilt.
They got it.
Snitch is on response, though. They do have it, and Snitch is looking for a fight.
You don't need to fight this, Tilt. You have Baron. You don't need to fight.
Jax is getting chunked down. Now, Ahri got chunked down a lot, too, as Anala's going to keep her on the back with the ultimate. Now, they all walk into a 5-man Braum. But that doesn't matter as Vi goes down and Caitlyn just pours out the back line. Caitlyn actually going to start doing damage. That's a double kill now. Now Graves is on her as Nautilus goes down. Gnar getting mega. Caitlyn's actually doing some damage as they're turning. The Schnitz is turning.
Oh my god.
4 Jets. Caitlyn got 2 of them. Somehow, I don't know. But Schnitz is looking to push in this game. That's an open inhibitor.
No reason to fight that.
Schnitz take this game.
There was no reason to fight that for Tilt. That was just let's Dignitas throw at Baron. That completely and utterly ignoring the fact that the better team comp is on TC Snits. They got a Baron. They don't need to fight. Why would you even try to fight that?
They're going to try to finish this out against the Baron buff Ezreal. The poke is just doing what he can. He's going to be... Oh, no, he's not going to get the Gnar. As Ahri goes... That's it! That's the end!
No way!
Schnitz got it! Schnitz got it! Wow, with an amazing turn of events, with the kill deficit, with the gold deficit, with the tower deficit, with the dragon deficit, with the build deficit. Cinch a game over a Baron buff team. They brought a fight into the Baron buff. Wow.
Okay. I gotta say, Brent, you won it. You won that one.
I'm a god.
But I have to say,
I'm a god of prophecy.
You have to admit that that was one off of Tilt making stupid mistakes. Like
it was.
That was.
They had their bag of tricks, and they just tricked themselves.